Virgos, this is your January 2019 channeled message from Spirit, as well as a Celtic cross to get you all the details that you need to know. I'm going to start the beginning of every month with a general from Spirit, letting them touch on whatever area of your life they want to focus on, whether that be love, money, career. I'm going to follow up with the second week of each month, purely focusing on love. The third and the fourth week, I will do touch-ups in whatever areas of life need to be touched up on based on the first 2 weeks of the month. And this month, if y'all would like a personal recorded video just for you, I have that open. You can click the link in the description below. If you'd like a video made just for you, you'll get to submit and ask your questions, as well as hear Spirit's general for you. And of course, if you like the video, I would much appreciate a thumbs up, a like, a subscribe, and a share. And to everyone who has donated before, thank you so much. It's what helps me keep making all these videos. So that link's down there below too. You can just PayPal any donation that you would like. It is much appreciated. Without further ado, Virgo, here's your channeled message. Virgos, admitting that you were wrong, admitting there was more that you could have done, admitting that there was something different you could have done, admitting that it wasn't just the other person's fault. That's going to be a big one for you guys this month. It's kind of like the best example we could give you guys is if there's someone who asks, hey, can I borrow $100? I'll pay you back tomorrow. And they come back the next day. Hey, so I don't got the money, ma'am, but can I borrow another 100? I'll pay you back 200 tomorrow. You loan him the money again. He comes back the next day. Dude, I really don't have the money. This is why. This is what happened. Can I borrow another 100? I'll pay you back 300 tomorrow. He comes back. Yes. Is there deceit? Is there lying? Is there ill intent on the person who's continually asking? Yes. But is it also you who's continuing to give? If you want to stay and blame, they did X, Y, Z. They took advantage of me. They blah, blah, blah. Yes, admit those things, but also call the power back. And I gave to someone who I knew wouldn't return the money. I contributed to the breakup of the relationship. It's kind of taking the moment to get the self-reflection mirror shine back on you to kind of recognize what could you have done differently to have gotten a different outcome. What could you have done differently to get a different outcome? That's going to be a question that's a good question for you throughout this whole month. Whatever it is that you're thinking about that you wish it turned out differently, is there anything I could have done to have gotten a better outcome? And let those epiphanies come to you. Maybe you'll get it from a book, maybe you'll get it from a YouTube video, maybe you'll get it from someone else pointing it out to you, but it's what could I have done differently to get a different outcome? If you do take the time to play with that question, it will allow you to have that interpersonal growth so that you can get what it is that you want. That's our promise to you. That's a bold statement, Virgos. I've never heard them make a bold statement like that. So comment below, guys. Let me know what little epiphanies do you have? What little epiphanies do you have when you ask yourself that question? Let me know below. Let's get to the tarot spread for you guys. So as your basis of the month, you got the Chariot card and you got it clarified crossed by the King of Raphael. That's pretty good, guys. For the underlying reason why that's coming up, you got the Queen of Ariel reversed. Okay, so it looks like you're not feeling nourished right now. You're not feeling supported. You're not feeling loved. You're not feeling like you got that community. Maybe you're feeling a little ignored. Maybe you're just feeling like you just don't have a solid friend base wherever it is you're living. Yeah, and so because of that, though, that's what's inspiring all the growth that Spirit was talking about. Maybe you don't feel like you're working on a team at the work environment that you're at. You're not feeling loved, nurtured, supported, encouraged, positively uplifted by your local community, or maybe you just don't even have that support system in place right now. So because of that, that's making you want to jump into action. The Chariot, like rapid movement forward, it's making you want to jump into action to get the King of Raphael. And the King of Raphael is that king who he has his finances in order. He's not the wealthiest man, but he's stable and he's emotionally stable and he has the love life that he wants. So this lack-based feeling is really spurring in this forward movement in your life to take action to get the loving life that you wanted, which is going to include a honey bunny. So just kind of become aware that that's your motivation this month. Your motivation this month is definitely action for a more fulfilling life. What's happened in the recent past, you got the Seven of Ariel. So it's kind of letting you know that a lot of the work that you've been putting in, I definitely am getting the sense that this is from your work. The work that you've been putting into your work and your finances is definitely paying off. It's kind of like the farmer who will plant the crops that grow quick just to get cash in now versus the farmer who did a little bit of that to pay the bills but invested a lot of time in growing the orchard, so now there's a lot of income that can come in. It's kind of like whatever you did that required patience on your end to plant all the seeds. It's letting you know that you did a good job. You invested very wisely there. So good job for your finances there, Virgo. In terms of what's coming ahead for you, what's coming up for you right now. Okay, so it looks like this is going back to your love life. You're definitely getting trapped in your love life somewhere. Let me pull a clarifying card. Yeah, okay, so you're just feeling a little trapped. You're feeling maybe you're trapped to the past of an old lover. You're just kind of not seeing. It's kind of like that disappointment of what the hell? I have the awesome job. I have the awesome house. Where's the effing wife? Where's the effing husband? I thought that was the thing that was supposed to come first and then get everything else, but I have everything else without the partner. So if it's not love for you guys, this would look like if you're at work, you have the awesome title, the awesome salary, the clients are great, the people that you serve, the job you like is great, but yet your coworkers suck. There's just it's definitely a personal part of your life right now that you're not feeling fulfilled and you're kind of feeling trapped and bound. It's kind of it's a little bit like the doom and gloom of the fudge. Am I really doomed to repeat the type of relationship that my parents had? Or is that old trauma wound still preventing me from having what I want? It's kind of it's just a feeling of being trapped that you can't have the love life that you want, Virgo. But it was clarified by the Six of Ariel, which is kind of letting you know that it can get fulfilled once you let go of the how. Once you let go of exactly what the person's supposed to look like, what they're exactly supposed to be like. It's kind of like that person who control issues in love. It tends to come up with, he has to do this, he has to do this, he has to do this, he has to look this way, he has to say these things, he has to buy me this, he has to do that. Because if he does all of that, that proves that he loves me. That's a little bit of control. That's a little bit of these things, the ego. These things have to happen for me to feel loved. Instead, it's more, tell the universe, pray, however it is that you manifest. Maybe you're Wiccan and you cast spells. Focus on the feeling. If they were to buy you that thing, how would you feel? I would feel thought of. I would feel cared about. I would feel like they think about me when I'm not around. How would you feel if they did blah? I would feel positively uplifted. I would feel the feelings that you think those things are going to deliver to you are what you have to focus on. I want to feel positively uplifted when I'm around the person. I want to feel encouraged more of the time. I want to feel self-accepted. I want to feel understood. Not, they have to listen to me for 3 hours every day. They have to listen to all my emotions. How would you feel if they did that? I would feel understood. What does it matter, guys, if someone listens to you for 3 hours versus 3 minutes, but they still just get you? They're like, I get that, and they respond appropriately, they really, really get you. So don't put a dictation time of they have to go to the movies with me, they have to do this, they have to blah, 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 blah. How would you feel if they did it? And focus on that. And let go of the, she has to be 5'7", 102 pounds, a model. If she were that, how would you feel? I want to feel physically attracted to my partner. I want to feel physically desired by my partner. I want to feel desire for my partner. I want that chemistry spark. Focus on the feeling. Go ahead and write your list out of your, a demand, your wish list, your dream list, and then just ask yourself, how would you feel if all of this came true? That's gonna be big for you if you go through and do that. That's what will allow it, and that's what will allow you to see the love that's already there. Okay, in terms of the future, it looks like there's a risk that you're not taking. There's a little bit of a chance that you're not taking. Ooh. Virgo, so there's a leap that you're not taking. Maybe it is contact that old ex. Maybe it is ask the boss for the pay raise. Maybe it is apply for the promotion. There's something that you're feeling divinely guided. Your personal spirit guides, your personal angels, your personal intuition is telling you to do this thing, and you're not taking action on it, guys. And whatever that intuitive impulse is that you're getting, your gut feeling, your intuition, it's guiding you towards the loving life that you... Look at that. It's a freaking lady with a beautiful unicorn and a rainbow. You are being intuitively guided to what it is that will get you what it is you most want, but your ass is ignoring it. There's something that, So you gotta, clean up those emotions a little bit. Let's use the example of an ex-lover. Is it that you feel like, hey, they're the ones who messed up, they're the ones who did me wrong, they're the ones who ruined the relationship, why should I be the one to reach out? They're the ones that owe me the apology? Tap into it with, does it really matter who's the one to reach out? Does it? If they reached out, how would you feel? Because then you might become aware of, if they were the ones to reach out to me, I would feel more empowered. If I reached out to them, I would feel disempowered, like I'm giving it over to them, and I would feel like they have more sway, they have more ability to dictate the terms. That will at least let you become aware that there's a little bit of a power play. It's only within you. Because if it's with the other person, you call them, and if you call the other person and they respond with, oh, well, if you want to hang out with me, you have to buy me 12 roses and take me to this nice restaurant. No. If they're like, hey, I would love to meet you. No, I'm not quite. I don't really want to jump right over to your house right away, but maybe we could go out and about and do something. Maybe tea, maybe lunch, maybe dinner. That's two different responses. The first one is a hell no. You gave it a go, cut your fucking losses, and get out of it. The second one is they want to genuinely reestablish that connection with you. You'll be able to tell right away. And you didn't lose any face. You did not lose any face, guys. There's no face to be lost if you're the one that reaches out. Instead, it's going to give you the closure it's either going to give you the closure that you need, or it's going to give you the clarity, hey, so what did happen? What was it like for you? What's even going on in your life now? It will either give you closure or will give you peace of mind so you can move forward confidently either with them or with someone new. Okay, in terms of your guys' personal power for this month. Okay, your personal power this month is to essentially quit nitpicking. Quit nitpicking. It's like quit nitpicking, and it's kind of like quit keeping it tit for tat. Quit trying to make the balances 100% equal. Well, I'm the one who offered this, so she's the one who has to do it this time. I said blah, 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 blah. She didn't say that. There's just this weighing thing in your head right now of trying to keep the balances scaled. But guys, it's not that you want to focus on what the other person did in the relationship. It's you want to focus on how you felt, because sometimes relationships aren't necessarily equal. There's equality, but not necessarily equity. Sometimes people take on different roles in relationships. Sometimes there is a person who's more I have a friend couple who one takes on the leadership role, and they run a business together. He takes on the leadership role in the business and planning for the business, meal prepping and planning for the business for their income. The female's taking on the role of making decisions for the child. So at the birthday party, she was, no, I want my baby to have the really nice tutu. By the way, it's an extra $30. He then, all right, well, then we got to sell XYZ to get the money. is being okay that there's different roles. It's not, I paid this time, you paid this time. I paid this time, you paid this time. If you earn 10x the amount that the other person earns, that's an unfair burden to put on them. That's unfair. If it's, hey, maybe they'll take care of some of the household chores, some of the cleaning. Maybe they'll take care of driving you lunch to your work. Maybe they'll be a little bit more in charge of making sure the connection stays strong between the two of you, but you might be the one who provides financially. But if you don't have them focused on the, babe, here's these activities that we can do so that our bond stays strong, then you're not going to have the relationship. So that is a significant contribution. If you don't have someone tending to the relationship, hey, we need to go to lunch. Hey, we need to do an activity together. Hey, we need to cook dinner together. We need to go out. Then the relationship is not going to exist, so that person is contributing. It's kind of like quit viewing it as everything must be 100% equal, and like open your eyes to recognize that people can give in different ways. And it's, if you recognize that finances are important to you, that you don't want to date someone who have to pay all the time, that's okay too. But that means don't date someone who doesn't have the finances to keep up with you. It's not fair to put that pressure on them. Okay, guys? Start viewing it as many ways someone can contribute. In terms of outside influences are definitely, it's kind of telling you to slow down. Outside influences are definitely, it's kind of like, it's, okay, it's not slow down. It's more like don't delay your action. It's more your meticulous need to plan, your insane, crazy ability to be able to be meticulous and plan fine-tooth comb. That's what's hindering you and slowing you down right now. Sometimes you got to be a little bit more intuitively led, a little bit more, I don't know why, but this feels good, so I'm going to act on it. Because kind of going back to this card where it was, there is divine guidance there for you. Your gut is speaking to you, telling you what to do, and you're not ignoring it, not taking action on it. So it's, outside influences are kind of trying to like quit nitpicking the details, quit like no meticulous planning. You got to let that go. You got to let go. Outside influences are trying to, don't, be a little more spontaneous, be a little bit more, a little less rigid, a little, you know, even if you have like the first week of the month, I'm with my parents, the second week of the month, I'm working, the third week of the month, I go help my sister, the fourth week of the month, I work. That leaves no time for love. So even though you're meticulously planning all of coordinating all of those logistics, where's the room for love? Where's the room for the random date? Where's the room for, if you bump into someone it's going well, that you have time to talk to them more? You got to save the time for that, Virgo. In terms of your hopes or fears for this month, it definitely looks like you are hoping for Four of Air. You are hoping for that change. You are hoping for the to not quite be so hyper paying attention to what they do, what you do, and treating relationships like a business transaction. It looks like you kind of are looking for the more, I just want to feel like it's give and take. If I'm the one that's giving, I want to feel uplifted when I give. If I'm the one receiving, I want to feel uplifted. You definitely have a strong hope to kind of change your perspective on love relationships. So Virgo's like yay for you for personal growth and being willing to like change and view things differently. Good job, guys. In terms of your outcome for this month, you got the Seven of Gabriel reverse. So it's, okay, Virgos, they're like smacking you over the head with the same message. This is a big O smack. Quit being so headstrong. Quit getting so determined that you're right. It's kind of like, let's use a stereotypical example of like the nerd, the geek, the really smart person, the really high IQ. They're like, they might know more than the general public, but if you don't communicate it in a way where the general public hears you, then it's no good. If there's like 100 people in the town and there's one of you and you're like, guys, we need to, people need to rinse off before they go into the shower because it will reduce infection. If they don't get it or understand you, then you just look like the asshole. And then you sit up and close up and go, well, these peasants are stupid. That response, like, well, they're just stupid, they're uneducated, that response is doing you no good, Virgo. That's just putting up a wall between you and them instead of the, well, hey, tell me what's going on. Like, what how can I provide more clarity for this? Like, look, here's the studies, here's what's actually going on your skin, and here's how bacteria spread. And so if we did this, it would help your children. You know, all the children who have this rash on their face, if people would just rinse off before they got in the pool, even though there's chlorine in the pool, I can guarantee you 10 of those 12 kids, the rash will go away. Or in the future, only 10% of the kids will get rashes instead of 100%. You have to like be willing to communicate in a way to like, okay, well, here's what I know. Get to know them, understand them, get to know the language that they use, and then explain it into a way that they understand. That was something that one of my professors at UC Berkeley, that's what I took physics for future presidents, so I learned physics without the math. And he said, like, the mark of a truly intelligent person is someone who can have the IQ, the intelligence, and also be able to explain it to a wide array of people. You have to be able to meet people where they're at and explain it. Otherwise, well, he had strong words. He said, otherwise, you're just an idiot with knowledge in your head and you don't know how to express it. So who's the idiot? The people who don't understand you, or you because you don't know how to express it? So Virgos, this is like just a big old month of quit being so headstrong. Quit treating relationships like it's right or wrong. They're the ones who are wrong. They should be the ones applying. And just realize that it's a little bit more give and take. It's a little bit more balance. It's a little bit more, do you feel positively uplifted when you give? Do you feel positively uplifted when you receive? You want to go more for the feeling versus the being tit for tat on the giving, on the action. Because sometimes it does feel good to give. Sometimes it does feel good, you know, like I had a girlfriend for a month. She hit a slump, so I was always the one driving over to her house. I didn't care. It still felt good. It was like, yeah, you know, if this makes her feel better this month, fine. It hit a month where I was like, okay, I can't drive over to that house again. She happened to be feeling better at the time. She came over to my house. You got to be willing to, like, the amount of action and it being 100% equal doesn't mean it's an equal relationship. You got to get rid of that strong definition to allow in more of just, does it feel positively uplifting? I love you bunches, Virgos. I hope this message helped you. Comment below. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it. If you want a personal message, there's the purchase button down below. And I love you all bunches. Bye.